Hey everybody. So I just got back from seeing the Barbie movie, like like the new one, like like the Greta Gerwig one. Um and I want to first thing I want to say is I liked this movie. It was pretty funny most of the time. And it was really entertaining and it was very emotional, very relatable, and I liked it. It was pretty good. But I have some thoughts on it. One of them being like, what the fuck is this movie? Like, it goes all over the place. It tries to make like a extremely complicated, nuanced point in like 2 minutes, and then go to a next one, and it does that for like 2 hours. Um, and part of that's entertaining. Part of that is like, could you expand on that more, please? Could you say more? Could you just like, you know, because this movie had a lot of things it wanted to say, and a lot of them being very complicated because these issues are very complicated ones. And even though the movie was 2 hours, it clearly did not have enough time to say everything because it wanted to make all of these points while simultaneously making for an entertaining movie and an interesting story and everything else. But there were so many scenes, there not so many, but there were quite a few scenes where I was like, why is this here? Why is this in the movie? What did this like it the movie changes its direction like every 10 minutes or so. um like the whole thing with like the Mattel thing where it was like, oh, big bad evil corporation, like what are they, like what's that about? And like they do the chase scene and everything, and they're like, oh, like where's this gonna go? And then they don't do anything with it, and then at the end of the movie they're like, it's fine. We're here. Never mind. We don't want to. Like, what was the deal with the box? What was the box gonna do? Were they gonna like kill Barbie? Were they gonna trap her in like an eternal prison of isolation? No, they're just chill, I guess. Um, my biggest problem with this movie is ideology, and they do it kind of at the end there with the Mattel thing, but throughout the film, when they're showing men and patriarchy and the problems of patriarchy, they don't show men as this force and this entity that has been used like to oppress women historically and currently and probably in the future. Um, they're just silly little guys who don't know any better. Ken, he's just a dumb little guy. Mattel, they're just dumb little guys. They just wanna do little tickle fights. Like at the beginning with Mattel, they're like, yeah, they're sexist and they have problems and they don't actually care about women, but they're just silly little guys who want to do tickle fights. The Kens are just silly little guys who are insecure and want to impress each other. And that's pretty bad. That's a pretty bad way of thinking about patriarchy and systemic misogyny. um Boys will be boys, that's pretty bad. But and like, it's very, I went into the movie going, this is probably going to be some trash performative corporate apologism, and it was, but it was like an entertaining one. um and I like all of the actors, and I thought all the performances were good. But like, yeah, it was really messy. Um, Especially towards the end there, where it was like, okay, now we have all of these loose ends that we left that we need to tie up, and what the fuck? Like at the end, they were like, okay, so now we're gonna present you with this idea of like existentialist radical freedom. What the fuck? Where was that for the whole movie? Um, Hello, but like, maybe Barbie's a philosopher to rival Jean-Paul Sartre. Who knows? But in conclusion, I liked it. Maybe I should just stop caring so much about all of these things. And Barbie movie, pretty cool. Yeah,